The normal quiet community of Okiwalk was shocked to the news of a suspected murder-suicide between a 60-year-old fisherman and a 25-year-old female. Hi again and welcome, this is Links 007 TV, Let's Talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for Links 007 TV, Let's Talk. Them said the older the man be, and the more money him have, or him retire so him a get pension. Well, age is just a number, as many would have said. This individual was actually 25 years old and she was dating a 60-year-old man. What led to the love becoming so sour? Both of them have lost their lives. Still remains a mystery to the quiet community of Akiwalk in St. Andrew. Now we're going to divulge the details of this, but there was a 35-year gap between the man and this female, as she was 25 years old. So the Constant Spring police are probing a suspected case of a murder-suicide after a 60-year-old fisherman and his 25-year-old girlfriend were found dead last Friday at a house on Fairdane Lane in Akiwalk, St. Andrew. So the deceased woman has been identified as Kimisha Solomon of St. Elizabeth address and Chester Fong, who lived at Akiwalk premises. When our team tried to get certain information as it relates to what transpired, relatives were tight-lipped about the situation and did not want to provide much information as it relates to what transpired. But neighbors said that they were shocked about the incident as the two seemed like they were deeply in love. When I heard the gunshots we thought it was a gunman a shoot up the place, one resident said. When it all calmed down and we realized everyone was frightened about what happened, as we find out it was them that transpired the whole entire incident. But when it calmed down and we realized at that time everybody frightened, and me asked, what happened so there? The fire department had to be called to cut open the grill so that investigators could gain access inside the house. What transpired in the house is still unclear, but the two were said to be having a nice romantic relationship despite the age difference between the two. Chester Fong, who is 60 years old, of Chinese descent, is said to have been actively involved in the fishing and upholstery industry. A resident said that Fong met the 25-year-old female while she was taking care of his now deceased mother, and they had been going together through some issues. They were arguing shortly before the tragedy occurred. Residents in the area said that the situation was just so shocking to them, as he was a very quiet individual and he don't like really people being in his business, so he always try to keep things a secret, a resident added. They have never seen the ugly side to him before. However, this that he have done has left them in shock. A resident states that he don't talk a lot, so this was shocking to everyone, he added. Him live with him wife that gave him 4 children. We never hear them yet in any argument or anything, the resident said. However, some time ago the wife moved out. It's only his children them we see come visited him. That was what a resident said. So according to police reports are that around 10:30 p.m. last Friday, they were called to a premises where 2 bodies were found with gunshot wounds inside a house. The police theorized that the two had an altercation and a .38 revolver was used to shoot Salman before Fong turned the weapon on himself, and Salman would have been the 25-year-old female that was said to have a relationship with the 60-year-old fisherman. What transpired that left this love in such hate and turmoil in such a short space of time still puzzles the entire community. So here we have another situation playing out again once more with this 65-year-old fisherman and this 25-year-old female. This fisherman was said to be married, had a wife and 4 children, and out the blues the wife just moved out on him. I don't want to really speculate, but I'm wondering if the wife found out about this younger Chiquita and decides, say, guess what? Me a cut based on the fact that you find a young girl, so you don't want me anymore. I wonder if that was the case. I wonder now if the case was that the female wanted to move on with her life, or the 60-year-old man could not stand up to the work anymore. Just see now. So she now decides that she gonna make a run for it. And the man said, guess what? You're not going anywhere because guess what? I invest too much in you, so you better stay and take care of me. I'm just saying, I'm not sure if that was what transpired. But in the end, the 25-year-old female succumbed to injuries that she received in the incident, and also the 60-year-old individual. They both succumbed to their injuries. But this is just another in many that we have reported on. And this relationship, there was a significant age gap between the two. And I'm not telling you like it was 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It was like a 35 age gap between the two. Now, what is a 25-year-old doing with a 60-year-old man that could have been her father? And put it a few little years later, and he could actually be her grandfather. Now this situation is just so alarming and puzzling. I don't know why these females want to go out with these elderly individuals, or why these elderly individuals want to go out with these young females with the hope that these females will stick with them until death do them part. I don't know what's really going on there. I believe that you should stick in your age range. But based on the fact some of the time, these females go out with these individuals based on that level of financial security that they're seeking. And sometimes it's just over the money while they go out with these individuals. But this is just such a sad situation that played out over there in St. Andrew, Akiwalk to be exact. And the female was said to be all the way from the Breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth, Kemisha Solomon, and I don't know what transpired between the two. However, the man take up him 38 revolver and he used it up on the female and then he turned the weapon on himself. Such a sad situation. Once more information becomes available to us though, we will sure to update you on this. But I just hope that the maids out there are just looking, and we really don't want to see situations such as these been happening over and over and over again, where females are losing their lives when they decided to end a relationship with someone. I'm hoping that they can just find a way and means of settling their differences instead of resorting to violent acts, which in the end they normally take their own life and take their partner in return. We're hoping that they can find another means of settling their differences. Alright, this is where I'm going to leave this one for now. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk. And I ask you, please remember, just like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment in the comment section as well. Let me know that you're watching. And I'm out for now. Have a blessed, productive day. Peace out.